Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is this massive peach iced tea from my local Chinese supermarket. Very nice stuff. And the EB04 cards are out on the dev sim. They're not live on the regular sim, at least as of me recording this, but they are live on the dev sim. And I just couldn't wait to try Kaido. I've literally never played this leader before. So I was quite excited to play with trashing people's lives, board wipe, and just guys that your opponent can't KO. And the fact that both this king and this Kaido are completely just immune to KO is so broken. It's also kind of brain dead. I played a Kaido mirror. I didn't record this one, but he went first. He saw his curve. I saw my curve. And it's like, I guess you just win. Like, I can't make any plays. Like, what are my plays? Do I play board? I can't. I can't play my boss monster. Neither could he. He just kind of saw his stuff faster than I saw my stuff. So that's actually the only game I've lost so far with Kaido. I've been playing for a couple hours, refining the list, and I think I'm enjoying this so far. Disclaimer, I've only been playing into people who are playing the other new stuff, like the carrot stuff, the rosy stuff. I played into a couple Kuzans. I played one Roger. Didn't record that one, but that was I won that one just about. That was one of the closest games I've had, was into the Roger. But yeah, I think this deck is, I think it's real. I think it's real. I will do another video once this is live on the regular sim and I have a bit more chance to play into more of the meta stuff, your emus, your aces, Mihawk and Boa, of course. I am excited to try this into those, but at a very baseline, these cards are good. These cards are very good. The deck is a little bit over-reliant on this king, I think. If you don't see this king, it's a lot worse, because you don't really have an alternate play. The other option that they have printed in AKP is this promo ulti, and it's fine, but it's very easy for your opponents to deal with this. The stat line is terrible, and it only really works when you're doing like a Kaido or a lead effect on the following turn. It does nothing on the turn it comes down, whereas king ramps twice, which is just ridiculous. As a result, I did try the ulti, but I never found myself using it. So I've ended up cutting her to 3 copies of Bomb Clay. So when in doubt, right, in purple, when in doubt, just put some Bomb Clays in. How bad can it be? He's not come up too much because I am simply the best and I always draw king. But when you don't, you can play Bomb Clay. And imagine into ace, this is probably a pretty good card. Just to copy their Whitebeard. So, you know, there's that. The cards that this deck has gained, there's 3 main ones, and honestly, I'm going to start with King, because this is the main card of the deck. 6/7, if this character be KO'd, you can return 1 Don to your Don deck instead. It's nuts. This is every time, so if your opponent just attacks into it for like 15 on 7, you go, okay, I'll do Don -1. If your opponent attacks into it 4 times, you go, okay, Don. And this also works for removal by effects, KO effects. So like Tenkos Pop Shanks, for example. It's just brilliant. And then every turn, if your leader's AKP and you have no other kings, so don't play a second king. Never play a second king or you will just lose. You ramp 1 as active and 1 as rested, which is just like, so giga broken. The fact you get 1 active as well lets you either swing 6 into the 6k leaders, play a searcher, play the new queen, who I'll talk about in a minute. But this card is the cornerstone of the deck, and it leads very, very nicely into the Kaido, because you're going to be on 10 Don, so you've got a ton to play with. And this Kaido is also busted. 7/9 has the same effect as the king. If he be KO'd, you can just do Don -1. Then on play, Don -2. If your leader's AKP, you gain rush, you rest to 7. It's kind of similar to the old Kaido, but just much more chainable and just sticks forever. Resting your opponent's characters is obviously very good. Lets you play board into characters that matter. So, like if you're playing against the Carrot and they play the 5-cost Carrot, playing against Bonnie, they play Cavendish. Those characters are very high value if they stick around. So you get to attack them with Kaido for 9k minimum, which is brilliant. And if not, you can just attack lead. If you're on 10, you can easily go like 8k lead, 7k lead with King. No, you get 1 more Don as well. So you can go like 7 with King, 9 with Kaido, 9 with Leader. You can even burn a life if you really want to. If you want to be a little crazy. So this deck goes fast and attacks big. The final new card is just a consistency piece, but this is like a perfect consistency piece. 1/1 1k Queen AKP. On play, trash 1 AKP type card from your hand. Draw 2. Trash 1, draw 2. If you got extra stages later in the game. This always sucks. Seeing this card like later in the game, it's like, man, that stinks. But now you can just play one Don for Queen, ditch your stage, maybe you'll draw some 2Ks, maybe you'll draw 4 more bricks, who knows? Probably won't draw 4. But then this other activate main, you can rest 2 of your Don to ramp 1 as rested, sorry. So this basically means that you don't rely on stage anymore. You rely on King, don't get me wrong, but you don't rely on stage. If you look at your opening hand and you see King and either Queen, stage, or a Searcher, that's a really, really strong hand. And if you've got like your Queen and a stage and a Searcher, that's also a pretty strong hand. Even just Queen and Searcher, because if you play this on 1, then you don't need stage to still get to your King by 6, because you can just, on your 3 Don turn, rest 2, ramp up, and then either play another Queen, you can use your Searcher, whatever you like. And in this way, you're just very consistent at getting to 6 a turn early. Way more consistent than you were before. Because that was always Kaido's problem, is if you didn't see stage, you were like shit out of luck. Yeah, so we do have a Searcher. We also have the Queen for extra grabs. And in terms of the top end, we may as well play the board wipe Kaido, right? With Kaido and King being able to negate their KO, this is now a one-sided board wipe. And that is very, very strong if your opponent doesn't have a negate. There are a lot of negates at the minute. 3-cost Toshigi, Rosie's leader effect. I was playing against Shirahoshi, who's had the 2-cost Shirahoshi that negates KOs, or negates removal, excuse me. And there are also characters with on KOs, or that can negate KO themselves. The green Toshigi in Mihawk is another one. They can just rest one of their cards. So this isn't like a skeleton key, but when this is good, this just wins the game. Kill them all. What a treat. Got a couple of the 9-cost Rush Kaido for when you don't need to go quite as crazy as this. You could just pop one thing and then he can attack immediately to further your aggression. Also, Don minus is 1 less, which can sometimes be relevant. And I've also got 3 Roger. I tried a few different top end in this deck. I tried 8-cost Katakuri. That was going okay. And once I've had a bit more time to test into the actual like top OP14 decks, maybe Kata will come back. We'll also try Big Mum. This felt okay. It's nice that it's searchable. Both of these are searchable off. We're going to claim the One Piece, which is nice. But it didn't feel amazing. The Katakuri was probably the better of the two, I found. But I think if I just want to be defensive, and that is one of the problems with the deck. Because they can't interact with your Kaido, they can't interact with your King. They're just kind of at the attack face, and we are a 5k 5 life leader. Nothing funky going on here. So Roger just buffing you to 7, it actually feels quite nice. And it's also nice having a big top end that doesn't Don minus. Because then you can play the Roger, use your leader effect. Then if you've got the King and the stage online, you go back to what? 6, right? You go back to 6 Don. And you're at 7k, so your defense is up for a turn. And again, they can't attack King, they can't attack Kaido, so all you need to defend is your leader, because your characters are like either enormous or unremovable. The final new card is the Flame Dragon Torch. This is a closer. 7 Don, buffer Kaido by 3k, and then you rest anything. Of course, it's 7, because then you can use that 7 Don for your leader effect to trash a life. What a treat. 3k is a pretty bad buff, but for the effect you get out of this, it's effectively puts this online and rests anything, which is definitely worth it. Once you get your opponent to 1, it's very easy to close out a game with Kaido, I must say. It's also a 4k 1 Don minus 1 for your leader. Nice little counter event. Rest of the deck is just fairly straightforward. So I've got Sasaki, he's a bad 2k, but it's AKP, and you can ramp with it, I guess. You could cut this for something else if you like. But you do need a critical mass of AKP targets for Queen. For Maria, this is actually good. It's a 2k. It makes your leader effect much less punishing to use in the late stage of the game once your opponent's at a high Don count. You don't want to spam this, because if your opponent's like early game, your opponent's going to have low Don count. So then you won't end up at 10 again. You know, you don't just want to spam Black Maria, I think. But she makes your leader effect much less painful. And Usahachi, because it's Usahachi. 3 Queen, it's in type, it's a blocker, gives you a bit of cycle late game. if you don't have a big top end, or you've got enough, you just need to defense for a turn. Dropping a queen, holding a couple of bonds up for Flame Dragon Torch. Pretty solid. And I've got 2 0 costs. I've gone with this one over the Gungam Jet Gatling. Neither of them are searchable. I don't like gambling on triggers. And I actually quite like defending early with this leader. So having Divine Departure as an option to deal with the opponent's board if you really need to is fine. Overall, no idea how this deck's going to do into the actual meta. But at a baseline, these cards feel very powerful. Let's try Carrot. Got a game going first. We have King. If this finds either Queen or Island, we're in the money. So I'm going to keep. Queen or Island? Queen's good enough. That'll do. We can trash Sasaki. Brilliant stuff. That's just what we wanted. This is going to be good. The 9-cost Kaido is going to be very strong as well. And I do think we just bottom decked one. But it is what it is. I'm going to Queen first. Yeah, trash Sasaki. Some counter. Gain 2. Just in case he has like some kind of effect that rests one of our Don out of trigger. Or on counter. I don't think that exists, but... You know, if he rests the Queen, I'm not that worried. Does go with the Wander. He can attack Queen if he wants now, but I don't think it's that crazy. Law and Beppis. Carrot, looking for Zoe. Finds Zoe. Very nice. See a big swing from leader, I'm guessing. It's really nice once you find this stage. Yeah, oh, sure. That's absolutely fine. Nothing for 3. Incredible. Would he have an event that rests this? I mean, he can rest it anyway, right? Oh, no, it's only hits a 5. If he has Mistoms, he can rest it. So be it. I want the extra swing of 1. I want to swing 6. Instead of 5. Cool. Pass. If he has Mistoms... No, the combo doesn't quite work, the Mistoms into Carrot combo, right? Because the Carrot comes out before the cost minus and the rest interaction can take place. It's a little unfortunate, that. But hey, I'm not complaining. Works out in our favour. 9-cost Kaido is what I'm looking for. 7-cost Kaido is also very strong. Both of those cards are very strong in this matchup. Just, if you can control Carrot's board, you're doing well. You are. Roger's also pretty solid. We can consider doing a Roger play. Mistoms into Pedro. 6 to 5. I'll counter out because we don't need counter for our characters. So while it's one thing to counter hit. Ooh. I mean, that makes our later ramps much easier, but it's also a decent target for Queen later. Do we want to take out this blocker? Okay, we can... Or do we want to try and take out Mistoms? I think getting rid of this is good. Probably. This KO effect on the king doesn't actually matter at all. What do I want to rest? Mistoms or Pedro? I don't think I want to attack Pedro, so I'll rest Mistoms. And then this can rest a Don or a KO 6 or less. I think everything here is going to this. It's just, do I want to play the Onigashima? I think I do, to make my counter situation a bit easier later. So let's play the Onigashima. Go 7 here. We only got 7 in hand, so we're going to be certainly getting one of these 2 down. Cool, Mistoms goes down. That's gone better than expected. Game 1, game 1. Swing for 6, and then swing for 9. Yeah, that went better than expected. But hey, next turn we're going to Roger leader effect for sure. That's just kind of the way. See if this Pedro wants to swing. I would assume so. Mistoms into Inuarashi. Can't quite hit both though. That's unfortunate for him. If he had the second Mistoms on the board, if he'd been able to protect it, he would have actually been able to freeze both Kaidos. Or the Kaido and the King, which would have been pretty good. We're going to continue to counter out. We will be taking that one though. Another Kaido is not bad, you know. Another Kaido is not bad. Another Kaido is not bad. We'd probably want to take out the blocker at this point. Or we just Roger. I think we Roger next turn. I'll take a bunch of hits this turn and then Roger, I think. He can Lawpo. Yeah, we want to develop more board and keep up aggression. So just play this. 1, 2, rest the blocker. Now we are threatening lethal with the leader effect. So let's push 9. The fact that he can't interact with this board is just lovely. Like, you can freeze it, but that's it. That is your lot. It's freeze or nothing. He has one Don open for some kind of counter event. I don't know what it is. Eleclaw is the one that I know is new for Carrot. That's just a 3k. Could be something like Drakilia Cosm. That's a 4k. Best that can be is a 4k, though. He's thinking carefully about whether to take this. I think you do take this swing. He does, indeed. Yeah, because we lose a Don here, actually. Yeah, we lose an active Don because I don't want to swing. Yeah, I don't want to swing into this. I don't want to swing into Lie. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I probably should have swung with leader there first, thinking about it. Swing like 7 with lead. Yeah, that was in the sequence there. Or do we trash a Pedro? Why not? Game 1. And then we'll go 8k, 9k. Because this plays around Eleclaw. Which I assume is his 1 Don counter event. 2k, 2k. It's a DMG, sure. Oh, we just won anyway. Let's go fast! And I do like defending my life early. Because we don't need to defend characters. So if he's swinging for 5s and 6s, like, I'm happy to just defend those. As long as we've got a play. If I don't have a play, then I'll start taking, right? But we always had this Roger as an okay play. So it's like, yeah, let's do that. He had his closer. In the Carrot, also had the Lawpo, but we just killed him way too fast. The Mistoms is cool. The lack of targets is not cool. If you don't see this Carrot, this deck still pretty bad, it turns out. I think we could have dealt with the Carrot if he had played it. Instead of, for example, the first Pedro. Well, this Pedro is the same Pedro. We could have rested it with the first 7 Kaido and attacked. I would have attacked into the Carrot for like 10, something like that. Which would have almost certainly dealt with it. And then all he has is the Mistoms, which is fine, but yeah, then we wouldn't have had the blocker to deal with later. So I think we'd have been fine either way there. But hey, nice to get a win against Carrot, I guess. Against Shirahoshi, they've taken 2nd. We have Queen into Island, or we have Event into Island. No King, but I think we'll keep. We're going to go with the search and see if we can find King. No King. A little unfortunate. I think this is going to be bad because they have the 2-cost Shirahoshi. Although if we can get rid of it early, there's potential. Let's take Big Kaido. Yeah, there's very little pressure coming up from our opponent because they can't attack, right? Imagine he's looking for the 2-cost Shirahoshi. He does find it. We find King, so I guess sometimes lucky, huh? We've got our curve. He's got his curve. Let's see whose is better, basically. We're going to get to dump King before he dumps anything meaningful, though. which is very good. Dropping that first big character is everything in One Piece, as you well know. The best thing he can do here... Oh, I was going to say the best thing he can do here is play out the 4-cost Searcher. But it appears he didn't have it. Let's go with this. One active, one rested. Do I want to play this? I don't really want to trash either of these, honestly. And I'm not particularly excited to trash Black Maria either, so I think we'll keep the Queen for later. And we'll just swing an extra 1k. Swing for 6. It does give us an Otahime there. We'll rest ramp 1. It doesn't really matter, but if he does KO this somehow, then I guess it matters. He's on Fukaboshi. Yo, is this just old? Is this just old Shirahoshi? That's not very helpful. We'll go with Kaido here. Or this. 1, 2. Rest this. This is the card we need to get rid of. Don't really care if he rests this. Let's go 5 to 0. I guess that was one reason to play the Queen last turn. We could have attacked the Queen into the Shirahoshi, right? Yeah, okay. He takes that there. We'll ramp back with this. Game 1. How excited am I to trash Black Maria? I think it's fine to do now. But keeping this Queen to generate counter later on is always nice. We can just attack a bit bigger. Let's go 10-10. It's fine. He's almost certain to take both of these. Or block with Tron Maga. And I think from here we're just in a very, very dominant position. It's like, it's not good. This 2-cost Shirahoshi's good in the matchup, but when we can rest it, literally who cares, you know? And that is just everything, right? If we can KO things, we can board wipe him. And the one-sided board wipe into any deck is insane. And into Shirahoshi, it's no different. No different at all. We don't even need to trash life, right? Like we could have done last turn, but what's the point? There's no need. Scale Neptunian, that can attack our characters. Oh no. You know, we can just say, okay, and Dom -1. What a treat. Does draw 3, trash 3 though, which is very powerful. It's a lot of consistency. Already trash. Jinbei. I don't think this card's very good. And Tron Maga. Sure. All the Coast Freezing 7. That's not bad, actually. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not a bad play. We can Kaido. He doesn't know. Reading the cards is hard. Such a broken effect, though, right? Like absolutely broken. We're fine to take 2 here. Oh, Roger's an option as well. Roger is an option. Yeah, we'll just take 2. It's fine. I'm gonna go with this card this turn. We'll take out the big vanilla. Yeah. For this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take out this. Ramp 1, ramp 1, ramp 1. Incredible. We're back at 8 already. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Let's go 7. Can attack the Scaled Neptunian, but I don't really fear death. Let's go 5. If he blocks, I'll attack into Tron Maga. Yeah, he does. We'll attack Tron Maga and we'll use some of these little 1-costs now. I'll use a spell. Yeah, let's use the spell, see what we get. We can just take the king and then ditch it with queen. That's fine. Just take this out. You ain't saving this. He is saving this. I lied. Okay. Deploy this. Bitch king. Pass. We turned a 1k into a 2k, I guess. Not the biggest deal in the world, but, you know, I don't see a way for us to win here. He did waste a Don last turn, but it was only 1 Don. I don't think that actually mattered a great deal. We'll toss Bon. Don't need him. This Kaido actually can die. Oh, okay, what's this? Okay, he just heals. Plays Tori. Sure. You can't KO my character. Maybe he can go 12, but we can defend this. It's fine. We should just win here. He has 0 cards in hand. Which is concerning. It's concerning. We're going to have 4 swings and a leader effect, which is, 7. We may, as long as we can counter out of this 11 here. We're fine. This has activated, yeah, so we can 0 cost this one. Yeah, if this goes here, we'll defend. If it goes here, we'll take. Shot. No trigger. I mean, that's just game, right? Yeah. We don't want to buff this one because it doesn't really matter. Because we're resting this. Yeah, we'll buff this kind of, I guess. Rest this. Leader effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trash 1. Trash the searcher. What a treat. Then we'll go 5. And then we'll go... Yeah, GG's. There was no chance of us losing that game. Yeah, just not aggressive enough, Shirahoshi. He wasn't. He had an okay curve. Whiffed a play on 4, though. I don't think these Fukaboshis are good. Is he on the searcher? Seeking. I don't see the searcher. I'd definitely be on the searcher, personally. The 4-cost one. I'll try and put a picture on the screen of it if I can remember. 3-cost Megalo is fine, but... Yeah, you need to establish something, otherwise it's like... What are we doing? You can't just wait till 6. It's too slow. Going into Rosie. Now, we can't actually care anything, which is a little annoying. We've got... This is good enough. This is good enough. We've got Queen, we've got King. That's the combo we need. We'll deploy this. Ditch the event. Sure. Neither of those are terribly exciting, but it's okay. This 9-cost Kaido is not bad. I do prefer the other Kaido, though. The 7-cost one. Because it rests. He's just going to pass. We are going to go 6. And then we'll use Queen effect. I should have done Queen effect first, technically. Because he could get a trigger that, like, pops a 1. Watch him get a trigger here that pops a 1. He did not. He got a searcher and found a 2k. Incredible. Game 1. Pass. It's crazy this doesn't even arrest itself. Like, this is just here. It's just free. It's a crazy card. This is, like... The king and the king and the Kaido are great, but like this queen's really good too. This is important. He's gonna play out the blocker here. We're gonna take this. Another king. You don't really need 2 kings. In fact, you specifically don't want 2 kings. However, we will go with king. Then we'll game 1, and swing for 6. So that he can't free block, which is nice. Just gives us that Utachi we know about. Sure thing. I imagine we're going to see some amount of 7s here, and then the Law and Rosie come down. Does search for a Usahachi, particularly what he was looking for, I think. There's the Law and Rosie, very nice. And then we'll see, okay, another searcher. Trafalgar Law. This one's tricky, right? Yeah, this one's a little tricky. This is swinging max 6. I don't really want to counter both. So I'll take this. We'll use the trigger. It's just a 2k or a queen. I don't really want queen. So we'll take a 2k. Not bad though. Yeah, and then this is 6. I wish we had the other Kaido. The 7-cost Kaido. That one's really nice for resting this Law. But it is what it is. We could go with this one and force him to take the life. And we still have a 10k rush unit. Can also go with Roger. We can go Roger, buff to 7, burn a life, king effect, Black Maria, and we'd only go back to 6. Is that enough? Possibly not. We might want to hold off on the Maria for a turn. Roger's not bad, though. Roger is not bad. I might go with him next turn, though. I think playing the Kaido this turn is good. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can KO this, which forces him to take a life or let it die. He's not going to want to let it die. So we basically burn a life. Then we'll go 1 active, 1 rested. We're at 7. We want to use Queen effect here, so let's just swing for 5. See what he does with this. Now I'm going to go 10 to 6. And then we'll just leave the king upright. Because I think I want to use Queen effect. So then we'll be back at 10. We can just gain 1, but then we'll lose that. Yeah, I think just gaining 1 here is fine. Yeah, could have maybe swung with the king first before anything really. But I don't want to give him the free block. I don't really want to give him the free block. I'm happy to just leave this active. Okay, let's play this one. This is rush, activate main, trash 1, and trash this, heal, and play a 7 cost lord. Sure, let's give him the Usahachi. But I'm fine to take, I think, 2 hits here, because we're going to Roger next turn. Here's the law. Yeah, just as well we're fine to take 2 hits, because we're taking 2 hits. That's a pretty nasty brick to find, but it is. And he does heal and plays that one. That's a nice combo, you know, the rush guy. Nice combo. He doesn't have a blocker now, though, which is nice. Let's go 7. Do we want to do the Black Maria thing, or just hold Don open, swing a bit bigger, deploy this. If we trash, we'll go down to 5. We can go to 6 if we want to use Queen effect. Draw to 8. Can still use this next turn. So we'll actually have 9 Don next turn. If we trash one. If we just go... And then it's, do we keep up 1 for Flame Dragon Torch? And I think the answer to that is yes. Because we're a little short on counter. And that lets us keep the Black Maria in hand as well. So let's go 7. Takes that one. Surprising. We haven't used this yet, no. Over to you. We're at 7. He's got 3 swingers. They're all pretty decent life, or decent level. But we do have a 4K event, and we also have a Divine Departure. And a 2K double 1. So I think we should be okay here. I think we should be okay. Okay, plays out this. He's going with the heal strat. If he has the yellow law... let's just give this. If he has the 7 cost yellow law... then he can heal twice. No, it's just that one. That's not good enough, because we can just trash a life again now. I don't really understand that. And if he doesn't tap this law... Oh, we have less Don as well? Yeah, we had less Don, so this effect didn't fire. I think he needs to go for game there, though, because, like, yeah, GG's, man. What we do this turn is he doesn't attack with this. I have to assume he doesn't attack with this Rosinante in law. Alright, so he swings, like, once for this. Yeah, he's super fun. Hey, shout out to this guy. What a chill guy. Sun, shout outs. Rosie looks pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie. I think the stuff he can do with the new this Rosie, as well as finally getting the promo and this Rosian lore. This deck is, like, not that bad. Maybe Kaido's just a tough matchup because we are very, very aggressive and we're also very, very large. But yeah, next time we would have just gone with the Flame Dragon King, buff something, rest this, use lead effect, burn his life, and then we've got, what, like a 7, a 10. I don't even know how many Don we would have had. It was 6, 8. We'd have had like 2 more Don, I think. 2 more active Don. We can swing like 7, 7, 10, 10. It's kind of crazy. Or even 5, 7, 11, 11. That's better, I think. Which, it's never going anywhere. The closing power you have with this deck with the Flame Dragon Torch plus the leader effect is very, very good. Should be a pretty difficult matchup, I think, given that we can't KO any of his stuff. Definitely not keeping that hand. Well, we've got King. This is very much good enough. We'll go to Maria. I wish I got rid of King, but you never to know, right? You would never toss King there. Because you wouldn't, if you don't draw another one, you're cooked. The cards that are difficult in this matchup are Red Rock. Red Rock is very, very difficult for us to deal with. At game 1. Then we'll go 5. Then we'll play out, we're going to claim the One Piece. Looking for 7, counters early, interesting. Looking for 7 cost Kaido. We don't get it. Don't really value the island too highly. I think I'm going to take Queen. We can do King, Queen next turn. Ditch the extra King. And hopefully find something a little bit better than this Kaido. Because this Kaido's not bad. But you can't KO Sanji's stuff, right? Does go with the Birth Burst. Does he have a 3-cost Sanji to play? That would seem prudent. I'm guessing this is 3-cost Sanji. Am I just taking this one? Countering is okay. Because he can't battle our stuff, right? Yeah, he can't battle our board, so where we use the counter is sort of not terribly relevant. I mean, that pudding's okay, I guess. Yeah, we're just going to go 5 here. Nothing funky. He's going to take. Cool. Go King. King effect. Game 1, game 1. And we'll go with Queen. Ditch the extra King. Oh, another King was really not what I was looking for, but it's okay. We'll deal with it. And he doesn't have Red Rock, so that is brilliant. Now we just need to establish 1 big body a turn. Hopefully they'll all be rush bodies. That would be amazing. And we'll see if we can get there. 3-cost Sanji. He's got to start developing these 3-cost Sanjis, though, because you need to pressure Kaido. If we have all the time in the world, we will win. We will win. And yeah, this Kaido's okay. At least it can take out the pudding, huh? Conquer says to draw a card. We're going to take this 5, because I would like to see 7-cost Kaido still. That's not very helpful. And imagine if that card had trigger. Roger's not bad. Roger's not bad. If we go Don -6, or Don -5, we bring back 2, we'll draw 2, and then we will have, we will be able to just use King effect, grab the 1 active and Roger next turn if we want. Or we can just Roger this turn. I think Rogering while the Sanjis are small is decent. What if we Roger Don -7, go back to 5? No, that's no good. That's no good. Yeah, no. If we Roger Don -7, go back to 5, we could Queen effect, go back to 6. It's not terrible. I'm going to start with 7. I'm going to start with 7 while I think about it. We'd go back to 6. We'll draw to 8. We'll actually have 9 for Kaido next turn if we so desire. Jet Culverin, I mean, that's a card out of his hand. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trash his life. Queen effect, game 1 rested. King effect, game 1 active, game 1 rested. And we can even swing for 8. What a treat. Conquer, very simple, but, you know, never know. Might not have it. He's used a couple already. And if he giants, then he's actually losing Dons, which is pretty good. And, like, you can't battle this. I mean, he can, but I don't mind the Don -20. It's not the end of the world, right? And we've just applied a lot of pressure, right? He took the 7. We trashed a life. Got rid of a, whatever it was. Okay, he does giant. This is a Raging Tiger. Yeah, Raging Tiger's bad. Raging Tiger is very bad. We ditched a Birth Burst, actually, so that's a nice one to get rid of as well, because that would have been 2 cards in his hand. Red Rocks are Roger. That's fine. If he swings 7 into King, I might actually consider just countering. Nice meme. He can't even ramp back because we're on 6. We should counter this one, huh? Yeah, we should counter this one. So we're at 8. Let's get 1 active, 1 rested. Can we go for it? If we rest this, we can take it out with Queen. Burn his life, and then we swing 5-9. It's not bad. It's not even bad, is the thing. I think he's good. We buff Kaido first, right? Yeah, we'll buff Kaido. Rest this. 1-1. Cool. Get rid of that. Then we'll go Don -7. Trash his last life. It was a Searcher. Okay, we've already done this one. Do I want a Queen effect? Let's go 7. See how he responds to the 7. So we can swing 10 here. But we could also ramp 1 more back, so then we'll be at 6 next turn. Trash a giant. Well, he definitely has the counter then. In which case, I think we're better off using Queen effect. And just swing 8. This can just be a giant, but like, yeah, it burns a couple dons. And the giant is now gone. How many giants are we through? We're through 3 giants, 2 Concassés. Now the pudding is here. Sure, we do have Usahachi, and we will just about be at enough dons. Reiju, okay, red rock on the Reiju into red rock is pretty good. Oh, Grav Blade's even better, actually. We're not going to have enough don for Usahachi now. Ooh. That's interesting, actually. That was a good play. That was a very good play. Yeah, no, we can never Usahachi now. Good stuff from our opponent there. We're probably just playing King this turn. We'll counter that with 1k, though. Don't want to get too crazy. Okay, he just leaves. Didn't need to leave there. I don't think he was winning, though. Let's be real. We're playing King again. We're going to swing for 6. He can 2k out. But, like, this pudding is not long for this world. We have the big Kaido, and he is very low on events. It's a little bit of a shame we didn't get to finish that one off, actually, because that was a strong play there. With the Raging Tiger getting rid of our Queen as well. And another pudding. This pudding's been impressing me. I can't lie. This pudding has been impressing me. Potentially I was a little bit greedy there with the last life burn. We could have just chosen to develop the Kaido instead. I think that might have been the better line. But hey, I'll take it. I've played 3 Sanjis now. I have played 3 Sanjis now. That guy definitely did the best of the 3, I think. The Reiju's definitely was strong. Giving him more access to Red Rock and Raging Tiger. But yeah, you just pile on a lot of pressure, and trashing Sanji's life, he doesn't love it. Well, nobody loves it, but... Sanji doesn't pressure you that much unless he has the Stealth Blacks early. And I think the Stealth Black is going to be an important card for this deck. Certainly in this matchup. But hey, I'll take the win. Oh, I've got no idea what to expect here. We got King and Kaido. Animal Kingdom Pirates duel. Let's take first for sure. We have Island, but we have no King, no Searcher, and no, like, even top end. So I think that's a mulligan. No, we do really want to see a 3 cost, either the Island or Queen, but we have King, but this is a little slow. That's not going to cut it. Well, we whiffed ramp. That's pretty unfortunate, but hey, let's see what we can do here. He's got the Black Maria, finds nothing. Does he play out the Island? No. I'm gonna take the first life. Maria's not bad. He's got a queen. This deck should be like giga consistent now, right? We can trash his life at the cost of going to 4, but we can still king next turn. I don't think I ever want to Kaido next turn. I think king is fine. So let's do that. We'll be at 10. Oh no, we'll be dominant 3. Shit. I guess I'm just gonna play it and then not trash the life. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just play the Maria and keep her on the board. If he wants to KO it, that's fine. Okay, Jet Gatlings away a Ragnarok. Let's just play this, no effect. We've got Maria now. She is here. We can kind of skip King now, I think. 6-cost King. We can go straight into Kaido, potentially. Which is nice to have the option to do. And we can trash his life much more easily now with the Maria on the board. He's on 6. Could have King of his own. King of his own is very shy. There you go. King of his own. What a treat. And then we'll just see a 6. I'm going to counter this one because he's not going to be able to interact with our board. Unless he has Ground Death, I guess. If he has Ground Death, that can interact with our board. But I'm going to assume he doesn't have Ground Death. I'm going to take the risk. Yeah, we just want to do this, right? Setting up the king is fine. But I think I want to be a little bit more aggressive. We'll rest this Maria. He's at 8. Let's go 5 here. 5 to 4. Cool. 9 to 5. Don't think I want to trash. Yeah, because if we trash, we're down at 3. Nah. We'll just keep it 8. Now we're at 10 next turn. We've got many options. We'll give him that. Definitely taking this king swing. And then we'll see what he does for 10. I know these decks used to play Tenkos Kuzan. I mean, he can play Tenkos Kaido, but yeah, this kind of doesn't do a lot, you know? Other than he loses all his dons. Because we can, yeah, we lose our Maria, I guess, which is a little unfortunate. And we're not at 10, so Roger is not online. But this is still kind of fine, right? This is still fine. Island's terrible. We can ditch that with Queen. No, I'd rather ditch a second king with Queen. We're always kinging, right, here. There's nothing else to do anyway. So we can't Roger. Do we want to trash? We can... If we king Island, we can trash and gain 3 back. It's not too bad. Let's go king. Now, if we island, we will have 1 active as well, so we can even queen the extra king to get some draws. I don't hate that. Let's go 5 lead. I don't know what this 1 dons for. Blast Breath, maybe. Queen, sure. Let's go 9. See if he wants to counter this. I don't think he wanted to, but he certainly did. We'll use this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Trash his life. What do we get rid of? A king, sure, if you like. Gain 1 rested. Gain 2 rested. And then I will go with... he has 3 swings. If he has, like... He's only on 7 Don. There's no way he's going to kill us. Yeah, there's no way he's going to kill us. We'll trash this. We draw a 2k anyway. That's solid. Yeah, we swapped our 1k for a 2k. I don't have access to any of these events, but I think it's fine. I don't see a way for him to kill us. He can't kill our Kaido because he means a battle, unless he has Ground Death. But to be fair, if all he does is Ground Death, I think this is a mistake. You can't do this. You can't do this. This doesn't work. Yeah, no. I think this deck's just worse than Kaido. I don't get the appeal of King, personally. I know Pecan did a Straw Hat Pecan did a video with the Akos Crocodile in the deck, which is kind of cool. It seemed bad, but it was cool. I did enjoy the video, but the deck just didn't seem very good. I think that this guy's effect just isn't worth being a 4-life leader, right? It's just not worth being a 4-life leader, because Don -2 to draw 1 sometimes, it's like, that's painful. And giving -2 cost for Don -2, you just play Lucci. Just play Lucci. You get access to this, but then you don't need the cost and you don't really want a Don minus anymore. Yeah, I feel like this is just worse than Purple Kaido. It has a worse leader effect for sure. And it's also 4-life. And the cards you gain, like the Black Maria is okay. She's not bad. She gives you slightly better access to Island, but he whiffed anyway, so. And you get the Searcher Queen, but yeah, I think between the drawer and the gonna claim the One Piece event, whatever that is, it's probably enough. Probably. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed me sort of learning how to play this deck. I think when and where you choose to use your leader effect is going to make all the difference, because this leader effect is insane, but Don -7 is also a lot. That's very, very expensive, and you have to be careful because you can't just run back to 10 if you haven't played Black Maria. And I don't know, I wasn't always finding the time to play Black Maria, but maybe that's just an experience. I think in theory, into the meta decks, this should be very decent. Into Ace, they will get a lot of value out of being a 6k leader, making it, they can be quite aggressive, and they'll also have some decent tempo in the fact that they can Jozu your king. That's bad. The fact that king is not immune to blue removal is bad. However, I think as long as you can apply enough pressure early, the 10-cost Kaido board wipe guy is going to be enough of a swing back in your favor to make that matchup certainly playable. I don't think it's going to be like crazy unfavored. And you know, before we play the games, it could even be a really good matchup for us. I just don't know just yet. And if Ace is very populist, which I think he will be, maybe you could go back to 3 of this, just so that you always see it into Ace. I don't know. Emu, I think, I mean, in theory, this is unremovable by battle. This is unremovable by battle. Emu struggles into decks that they can't control the board. And also, this Kaido resting all the blockers. That seems pretty good. The 9-cost Kaido and the 10-cost Kaido are obviously completely useless in the matchup. But I think if you can spam enough of this 7-cost Kaido, especially because it hits at 9, which demands 2 cards from Emu, it should be okay. I don't know. The Flame Dragon Torch is also going to be nice there. And trashing their lives, they're not going to love as well. So, I think Emu should be playable. One thing that does concern me is if they can, like, stack a Nuss and then ground death. But if they stack a Nuss, I think you just take the time to KO the Nuss. Maybe that's too slow. I don't know. I think Emu could be an interesting one, but I don't see Emu being a write-off. Between trashing their life and our 2 main guys being uninteractable, that seems pretty good, but ground death is something I am slightly concerned about. Mihawk, if they're not playing the 3-cost Tashigi, I think this just wins the game. They build their board and you go, okay, it's all gone. Like, the 5-cost Tashigi lives, but if they're not playing the 3-cost one, then they're going to really struggle. And if they are playing the 3-cost one, then you want to interact with it early with something like this Kaido, I think. Boa, I think, could be tricky. I think Boa could be tricky because we burn their lives when we board wipe. So it might be better off just attacking quickly with Kaido, because this can rest 4-cost Boa. That's kind of nice. If you can ever catch them with a Don not on their leader, you probably just win. And the fact that their only removal for King is like Red Rock or Sables means that he should stick around most of the time. Trashing their life is also obviously good because you deny the trigger. So I could see that being a matchup where like maybe Black Maria is the MVP. And you just go, okay, trash, 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 something like that. That could be pretty funky. I'm very excited to try all these matchups as well. And should have some videos with more meta leaders. Maybe not with Kaido. I'll be playing something different probably. But should have some more meta EB04 leaders coming soon. And I definitely will have another Kaido video out once I've had time to play into the meta. I just was really excited to play this card because the cards look so fun. And they did not disappoint. These cards are very, very fun. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.